mentioned in a previous video or two how I was fortunate enough to teach ESL, English as a Second Language, in Japan. And when I did that, every weekend day I had, we worked on Orthodox days and hours, so Saturday, Sunday wasn't necessarily your weekend off, but every Saturday, Sunday equivalent I had while I was over there, I went skiing in the winter months. And a big one fell there. So I would go and I explored. Lucky, I feel in hindsight. And I was very fortunate to visit, let alone live in Japan. And on my weekends, I would go and I would ski these incredible spots throughout Japan, including the North Island of Hokkaido, which has, I'm going to say, some of the best skiing in the world, if not the best. After exploring many of the ski resorts in Japan, I stumbled on Hakuba Hapoone, it's called. It's where they had their Olympics. And once I discovered Hapoone, in the Hapo, as we call it, in the Hakuba region, I never skied anywhere else really because I didn't need to. There was nothing better. It was relative proximity to where I lived in the area there, and moderately priced and better than Whistler. The skiing was just phenomenal. I have found my lake equivalent of that here in British Columbia. Been here before, probably the last video. I'm not sure what order I'll post these in, but it's a spot called Hidden Lake, and this is now going to be my go-to. I might explore other areas, but if I want to get to incredible scenery on the water at a lake fairly close to where I live, Hidden Lake, where I am right now, is where I'm going to come to, because I don't know that you're going to get better than this for natural beauty, lack of crowds, lack of noise, basically everything you're after for a lake experience in this part of British Columbia. Forest fire smoke is pretty intense in this area right now, so it's not as incredibly clear as normal, but Hidden Lake is my Hakuba Hapoone. It's my go-to now. We'll be back often. Good news if you're worried about your iPhone being waterproof. In the last outing, I dropped the phone in the water. Immediately scooped it out. Didn't bother putting it in rice or these other things you've heard people do. Just dried it off, and as you can see, that's what I'm using to capture this. Works like a charm. So the waterproof claim is accurate for the iPhones. If it's just a brief submersion, I guess, because the phone was my phone, this phone that's capturing this right now, was completely submersed. The only thing was where you plug it in for power or to transfer files. It said a few times for a few hours after that, that spot is currently wet. So give it a few hours to dry out before you plug it in this way or try to transfer any files. waited a couple hours, plugged it in. That was it. No issue. Incredible spot, but it's too shallow to fish, so let's see, we go for a little walk here. Just a brief one. It's too marshy. We're going to go to another spot. The fall foliage is certainly on display here today. A fish jumped right there. Of course a fish jumped right there as soon as I stopped fishing, but that's okay. The previous spot we were at, I think, is kind of right there. We go this way around the lake. So I think that's what we're going to do, because I'd actually like to get a little fishing in. And then the sun sets on that side, so you get the forest fire smoke effect sunset as well. As incredible as this is, it's not really a fishing spot. Some nice leaves there though. So, first stop, a quick one, here at my new go-to lake, hidden lake here in BC. We're going to carry on and find a better spot to fish. At each of the lake recreation site designated spots, they have the guy pulling a boat in behind me there. Great fire pits there. There's a hiking trail that goes underneath that broken branch there, tree rather. Picnic table, spot to put your tent or camper, as these folks have done over here. And a spot to park your incredible vehicle like I've done here.